Cailen Ascher Lifestyle Amazing here, and the practice of yoga is about practice, not perfection. And that's why in any pose there are so many modifications that you can make it best suit your body. It's a really beautiful thing that yoga takes you just as you are, whether you're super bendy and flexible or can barely reach your knees when you bend forward. So no matter where you are, you can be skillful and mindful to tailor your practice to best serve your body right as it is now. And instead of striving for perfection, you strive for growth through your practice. And each time you come back, you notice those subtle changes and you watch your body evolve into something higher and into something more beautiful. We're going to begin today in tree pose, which is a balanced posture. And there are several options in tree pose. So to begin, root down through the right foot. And option one is to take the left ankle to the right ankle and just balance here. Option two is to bring the foot up a little bit higher to the inner calf and engage there. Or option three is to bring the foot up into the inner thigh. Key here is never to place it outside the knee. That could obviously be a little painful and damaging for the knee. So once you pick your option, choose what is skillful and best for your body. Engage the foot into leg, leg into foot, and bring your hands to heart center. Find your breath here. It helps if you pick a point to gaze at, a non-moving point to gaze at. And if you find that you're steady, you can raise your hands up. Getting this pose will not change your life, and if you fall out of it, bring a smile to your face and mindfully set up and come into it again. 3 more breaths here. When we hold poses, we often tend to stop breathing or breathe very shallowly. So no matter where you are, make sure that the quality of your breath is really strong. 1 more. And exhale, slowly and mindfully move out of it. Obviously we have to balance that out, so we'll move into tree on the opposite side. Root down through the left foot and engage through the quad muscle. So you're hugging skin onto muscle, muscle onto bone. Choose what is best for you today, and side to side might be different. Although I would encourage you, whatever you did on the other side, try it on this side, and then if you need to back out of it, do so. So choose what's best for you. Again, do not place the foot on the knee. And once you're there, bring some engagement into it. Hug into the midline. Bring your hands to heart center. So often in our lives, we are striving for perfection, and it brings rigidity to us. We live inside this little box of rules and regulations. Instead of freeing ourselves from that and listening to what our most authentic self needs, listening to that inner wisdom that we all have. Oh, I'm gonna fall out of it. See what happens when I talk too much? 3 more breaths here. Again, as you're hugging in, if you feel steady, you can raise your arms up. Pick a point to gaze at if that is helpful for you. 1 more breath. And exhale, slowly lower out of it. And it helps if you fall out of it like I did. Don't beat yourself up. We're not striving for perfection, we're striving for practice. So smile, set back up, take your time, and come back into it. I'm going to show you a few mat poses. We'll begin with cobra pose. So come down onto your belly, take the tops of your feet to the ground, and press through the tops of the feet and engage the quads so your knees lift off. Take your hands either side of your chest, and on an inhale, fill up the upper back and come into cobra pose. Again, be skillful here, listen to your body. Some people will be able to come up really high because they have lots of flexibility in the spine. But if you feel as you're here, squeeze elbow points towards one another and feel as if you're dragging yourself forward so your hands are moving back. One more breath. And release that out. Press back to down dog. It feels really nice to move into down dog after cobra. Stretch out the spine. Reach your tailbone towards the ceiling and then bring tone into the low belly. Bring your knees down. And if cobra feels very accessible for you, to take it one step further, you can move into upward dog. So I'll show that to you next. Again, we're pressing through the tops of our feet. So press down, lift the knees. Instead of having our hands chest height, we're going to walk them back just a little bit further for up dog. And then we're going to press through our hands, keeping our legs strong to lift our entire body off the ground. Open the heart here. Continue to press through the tops of the feet. Press through the inner edges of your hands. One more breath. And lower down. Make your way into down dog. Root through your hands, especially the base of the thumb, the base of the forefinger. And as you inhale, imagine drawing energy up your hands into heart center. And on your exhale, melt down. Melt your heart towards the floor. Again, inhale, draw energy up the arms. Exhale, settle in. One more like that. Inhale, draw energy up the arms. Bring some tone into the arms, hug them towards one another. Exhale, melt the heart. Bring your knees down. Come into a comfortable seat. As you can see, just through the simple few poses that I demonstrated, there's really options for every level. No matter how skilled you are, no matter how new or advanced, there's always ways to tailor the practice to best suit your body and your needs at any given moment. And that might change day to day. And the most skillful yogis are the ones who don't strive for perfection and let the ego take over, but rather let their bodies inform their practice and let their practice reflect what their bodies truly need and the most authentic self within. So thank you once again for joining me. I hope you learned something today. Namaste.